Hello, everyone. Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center. It's time for Taroscopes again. This is Taroscopes for the sign of Libra. That's Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Libra Rising for the month of June 2024. Before we get into the tarot part of the Taroscope, I'd like to talk a little astrology. We do have now a lot of energy in Gemini. We start the month with the Sun in Gemini, with Venus in Gemini, and with Jupiter in Gemini. Jupiter just moved into Gemini at the end of last month and is there for a year. So wherever Jupiter falls in your chart, wherever Gemini falls in your chart, it's very much highlighted. Now, of course, for the Libras out there, especially the Libra risings, this would be in your ninth house for the most part. Not everybody. That's not true of everybody, but for the most part, this is a general reading after all. If you want something specific, you should have a reading with me. Then we can get down to the specifics. So generally, it's a ninth house. Ninth house is the house of truth. It's the house of our philosophy of life, our perspective on life. And very, very powerful. It is a house associated with justice, really, and ethics and morals. So that becomes a focus of conversation, of interaction with others. Gemini is a very communicative sign, right? And of course, as everything moves into Gemini, it actually trines Pluto, which is in Aquarius. And so for you, Aquarius is your fifth house. So we have this energy of Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. So there's a lot of air energy. There's a lot of communication, and all air signs are relative. So they're always relative to something else. Now, of course, for Libra, Libra is the sign most associated with relationship. And so relationships are always a highlight for you, Libra. And so there's going to be a lot of talk and a lot of conversation. It's important to listen as much as you, probably more important to listen, although Libra's a very good listener. So, and generally listens and listens and listens so that they can get all the information they need to make a decision, despite the fact that people think that Libras can't make decisions. You can make decisions. You just have to know all. You have to know it all. You have to know both ends before you can come to the middle with Libra. So don't let anybody tell you you're indecisive. All right. So what else is happening? The sun then moves into Cancer when we have the summer solstice here in the Northern Hemisphere. And then we have Venus move into Cancer, and we have Mercury move into Cancer. Mercury and Venus make a conjunction in Cancer in that first degree. That first degree of Cancer is a world point. And so we will see shifting things happen in the world because of that. Okay. There is a new moon in Gemini. So in that ninth house, this might be a good time to plant a seed to take a trip. Of course, that's the other thing about having Jupiter in that ninth house. Long distance travel can be very good for you this year. Okay, and very enlightening. It sort of opens up your eyes to a lot of different things. So that's a possibility for you, Libra, if you're so inclined and you have the ability to travel. Go far afield this year. I think it'll be good for you. Saturn is in Pisces still, and it does go retrograde at the 29th, actually, not the last day, but close to the last day. And it is sitting, let's see, Libra, Aries, Pisces. It is in your house of health. So you do have to watch your health. You know, with Saturn in Pisces anyway, for almost 3 years, health is a consideration. As it goes retrograde, you're going to be going over the next couple of months over areas that you've already gone over. So this isn't your first sort of experience with the energy that you're going to be going over, and then lastly go over the last time, right? Like it goes bloop, 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 right? Okay. Did that make any sense? I'm a little punchy because I've done all these in the same day, and this is the 11th sign I've done. God knows what this Cancer's reading is going to be like. All right, so let's take a that's the astrology. I think we'll keep it there. If you want to know more specifically about astrology, the astrology of the month, you can check out my astrology of June. That will come out. That comes out every week, generally, for the most part. Yeah, unless I do a 2 week stint. But every week I talk about what's going on in the heavens in a more detailed way, a little bit more astrologically, use a little more astrological verbiage, but still good information to have. And then you can always join me in the mornings if you're not that interested in astrology, but you do want to know the energy of the day. You can check out, subscribe, and you will get a notice that I have come on. I walk through the garden and I talk about the stars. And so not only do you get a nice outlook on what's in the heavens, but you also get to see what's blooming in the garden. And this is the nicest time to go through the garden, spring, and even more so than the summer, but the summer has its own magic. I just have to get out there super early in the morning in the summer, so I don't melt in the middle of my reading. All right. So let's take a look. I'm using the Arcanum deck. It's one of my prettiest decks. And as you know, Libra, you are all about the aesthetics, and as you should be. You are ruled by Venus. Oh, Venus is in Gemini and then in Cancer. So it's in your at the beginning of the month, it's in your ninth house again in Gemini. And then when it moves into Cancer, there's a little bit more energy in your career. So you might see it could be a promotion, right? It could be a raise, could be something really cool having that Gemini that Venus in Cancer. All right. It's not there long. Venus moves through the signs pretty quickly. So enjoy it while it's there. What kind of fool am I? Well, you're the kind of fool that's willing to take a chance. You are in a whole new place. Either you have taken the leap of faith or you're about to take the leap of faith. So this is about doing something completely different. What challenge is that? The Queen of Wands. It's a little challenging because you're used to being the queen of your domain. You're used to knowing what you know and being good at what you're good at. And this is a little bit of a risk, right? Going in a new direction. Can I manage it? Can I manage it? Let's see what's underneath. The moon. Yeah, there's a lot of emotional ups and downs here. This can be a little bit of a lunacy. So you do have to watch your choices because a choice can be foolish. What I would say is you need to follow your heart with this. That's the challenge, following your heart. Maybe getting out of your head and getting into your heart. In the past, yeah. So in the past, we have abandoned success or turning your back on something you put a lot of effort into because it's no longer feeding you. There's some sort of higher purpose. Interesting that she's facing the moon here, and at the root of it is the moon. So there's a feeling, there's something here. Let's continue and see what's coming up. In the sky, we have the Knight of Wands. Here I am to save the day. I always think of that when I look at this card. This could be a person. This could be a young man that's around you, that's coming into your life. It could be a teacher, or it could be somebody who comes and inspires your spirit in a way. So in the immediate future, we have the Page of Swords. So I would say you have to be very careful about the choices you're making right now. That Fool card could be a foolish move. So watch your boundaries. Don't believe everything that people are telling you. You really have to have discernment at this time. And if you're getting a hint that something's not right, go with it. Don't talk yourself out of it. Go with it. If you're not getting that message, fine. Proceed with caution. But if you're getting the message, stop it right there. How others see you is somebody who's manifested, somebody who knows how to hold on to their resources, perhaps. Or somebody who thinks their resources define them. Is that you? Um, that's dangerous, by the way, having your resources define you, right? Because people are like, well, her resources are the most important thing, right? So you got to watch that stuff. Um, okay. Domestic situation, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So you are in charge. You are large and in charge. So this is good. This is a stability. This is about stability at home and knowing the value of things. I almost feel like this energy coming in is young, masculine, and maybe means well, but doesn't know enough. And then they make a mistake or they do something untoward because they just don't know what else to do. They're just like out of their depth. Hopes and fears, hidden knowledge, secrets. So you may think somebody has a secret. Again, if it doesn't feel right on, if you're getting that indication, elimination. Trust your instincts on this one. Trust your instincts on this one. Whoever this person is, they're not stable. They're not stable. So watch yourself. Let's see what's underneath it. The King of Cups. This is somebody who knows what they're feeling, has rule over their emotions, although sometimes they don't look too deeply. The Seven of Pentacles. This is a time of waiting for harvest, and then the Ace of Swords, which is an action. This is a Aquarius card. It's also a Justice card. I would say watch who you interact with this month. That's what I want to say. We'll see what the runes say and what the ancestors say. But yeah, just, if it's something completely out of character for you, you might want to step back from it, lest you be foolish. A lot of times that Fool card is great. You're going to be in a new experience, but with all the other cards around it, it does indicate that it would be easy enough to make a foolish mistake because perhaps you trust the wrong person, or you want to, or somebody inspires you in a way, like a fake guru or something like that. Watch for that. You watch for that. It feels male and it feels young and they're exciting and you want to be excited, but they just don't know what they're doing and they can cause you some difficulty. All right, rune. Behu. Behu. This is money. This is money. So money is an issue. This is resources as well. So your resources are at issue. It means that you're resourceful. It also means that you have resources, you have money. So in that respect, you're not without, but it can be an attraction to people who don't have it and are not above tricking you. All right, one more. Here we go. I have a feeling that I've been kind of like the cards that have been coming up for Libras of late have been a little challenging. It's interesting that that's continuing to be an issue. All right, so this is angels and ancestors. What's the good news, angels and ancestors? What's the good news for Libra? What does Libra need to be aware of? Libras are awful nice. And sometimes being nice can make people believe you're a bit of a doormat, but that is not something that you want to be, nor are you. Although people can take advantage of your niceness. Dream and journey. Dream and journey. Wow, what a beautiful card, huh? Okay, let's see what this says. I've never picked this card before, so it'll be interesting. Oh, my joints are really sore today. Okay, let's go from let's look in the index. I have a terrible tendency not to look in the index. Found it. Look, it was in the index. Imagine that. Okay, I'll hold it up. Journey inwards and uncover insights and information that will be important for your path, then follow the guidance. You are very connected to the other worlds at this time. The wisdom and intelligence of the earth and her magic surrounds you. The drum, which echoes the sound of Mother Earth's heartbeat, has cleared the cobwebs and dust from your inner vision. What you have seen in your dreams and inner vision is not imagination, but guidance, particularly if you have it has been coming in to you repeatedly and has the potential to become a reality. Dreams come true. Know it and live it. Don't rush the dream, though. Okay. And one of the things that you can do is you can maybe do some binaural beats as you're sleeping, anything like that, any of the drum stuff, maybe some drum and flute energy will help you to calm and come to a better sense of balance within yourself, and you can make better decisions. Not that you have made bad decisions, but it helps in the process. The motorcycle gang just passed. They do that too, down Main Street. Once the weather gets nice, they all come out. Probably going for ice cream. That's usually what they do. They all get out on their motorcycles and then they go eat ice cream. At least that's where I see them, always at the ice cream parlor. Not that I spend a lot of time at the ice cream parlor. All right, that's enough of that. Enough conversation. Have yourself a great month. Like and subscribe if you would. If you would like a reading with me, I do have availability. It's a combination of astrology, numerology, and the tree of life. I also have a transit class, astrology transits coming up starting the 27th of May for 6 consecutive Mondays. Each class is recorded, so if you can't make all the classes, you still get the class. I also am going to be starting a new introduction to the Kabbalah, but I want to see who's interested in that. So you can drop me an email. All the links are below. I'll put them down, say, want to do the introduction to Kabbalah, this is the email. I do all that's on the bottom. If you'd like to subscribe, that would be helpful. If you'd like to give me a thumbs up, that's helpful. Get me in your feed. Thank you very much. And if you'd like to be more support me in a more direct way, financially, I do have a Patreon page. You can always become a patron. So whatever you do, I know you're going to do beautifully. So have yourself a great month, and I will see you again in July. Take care, everyone. Namaste.